What are you saying? It's been a little while since I've posted. I'm in the office today. It has been a crazy month, last month, which was March. I'm looking at, I thought there was something in my beard, but it's just grey, getting old. Um, yeah, it was a crazy month last month. It was a 40 session month. So that's quite a lot, really. I mean, it was manageable, definitely, but it's having to navigate, my energy, making sure that I'm balanced. It's something that's really, really, really important. I offer a facilitator training. This isn't a plug, but it's just to let you know that I offer it just in case it's helpful for you. But it's a year-long apprenticeship for people who want to do this work. Now, my background, obviously, I worked in spiritualist churches in the UK for many years. I've done this work for 14 years. I do not know how many people I've worked with over the years, but I've touched lots of different spiritual spaces, and I understand and know what it means to hold space for people, to work with people, and to use, the intuitive faculties to help. So I think that if that's something that you are wanting to do in some shape or some form, once again, I was wonderfully blessed to sit in many development circles, to work with people who had worked for a long time, many years. And like I said, that foundation was something that was so incredibly beneficial for me. So, all of that stuff is there to give over to help other people to step into a space where they can then help other people too. There's a lot of courses out there, I see them online all the time. Be a spiritual coach, be this, be that. And it's lacking so much soul and substance about actually what it means to help people, because that's what service is about. How you step into a space of helping people. It's not about you. And of course, it comes through you. And of course, it's an incredible, beautiful, wonderful thing to do for other people. But the blessing is in the gift, what you can give. Yeah. So if you want to connect over that space, all of those things are on my social media. You can see it very, very easily. So my website is carltreslove.com. That doesn't have those offerings on it. They're on my Facebook and my Instagram. You can see them quite clearly. What was I saying at the beginning? I went on a tangent, is what I did. Maintaining balance energetically, because this is the thing, nobody teaches you that stuff. There's a difference between actually doing the work and then also what comes with that, which is how you then have to navigate your own life around facilitation. So there's a lot of different things that come into that space, which it takes a while to navigate. I had this conversation with my mother, making sure that the spiritual work honors the service, honors the gift, so that, especially in regards to this whole uncomfortable topic around money and finances and navigating that space with this work, because you want to be accessible to people. You give to them what it is that they need in a space that, yes, of course you have to eat, but not that you're taking from them more than what it is that they can give in regards to that exchange, because then that's not helpful. Now, also working out what offerings are there that do help, that can then also facilitate you helping people that are really in need, that are not in a position where they have any money. Because if you only do this work, and you only are catering to people who have got a shit ton of money in the bank, you're not giving real service to the people who maybe desperately need it, And so I think that, I try to tailor my offerings, to keep myself in balance, in regards to what I can give, and then making sure that I'm catering to the people in regards to what I can offer and give to them, and making sure that I am touching all of the spaces where that help is really needed. It's a balance juggling all of that sometimes, So trying to maintain one's balance and one's center, so that you can really, and what I mean by, giving to oneself is, making sure that you are in top condition to be able to give. to be able to do the work, to be able to be of service, you know. And so yeah, you know, your needs need to be met so that you can stand up and be there for people. It's a real balance. So yeah, so that's why I haven't made a YouTube, because I've been doing a lot of work and still doing my Facebook lives and still doing my TikTok cards of the day, sorting out getting my podcast started, which I have the first interview lined up. I made an intro for it, but yeah. So I'm doing a podcast with one of my friends who I've known for years. She has had sessions with me. She facilitates somatic work, so she does a lot of trauma release spaces. She understands trauma and pain. My podcast is about, you know, how it's called Tower Talks. How can you find the godliness? And that was the card of the day actually today, the Tower. How can you find godliness in those tower moments? You know, when life is really difficult and it's throwing you a lot of different challenges, where's the godliness within it? So yeah, my friend is Bishop Reed. I'll be posting links to her things, so that people can find her if they want to work with her. So yeah, we're going to have a really good conversation. We're recording it on the 13th of this month of April, so it should be out before the end of the month. I'm going to try and do that monthly. I don't know if that's, I think that's manageable, you know. So once again, juggling all of these spaces, you know, and these videos and my Facebook lives and my TikToks, you know, they're part of the service and the giving, you know, so that people can just receive what it is that they need to receive. And I do have a PayPal, which is at Kyle Treslove. People can give for these spaces, but they don't have to, you know. But it does help me to keep making these spaces so that I can touch and reach and connect to more people who are in those spaces of need. So that's what I'm going to say for the day. I hope that you have the most beautiful, blessed day. Remember, all is good, all is God, all is love. Until we connect again soon in April.